Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There's no action taken from closed session. Next is approval of the agenda. Moved and second. All in favor? Aye. Public comments, limit of 5 minutes per person. Anybody? Okay.
I just wanted to thank the board for considering me for the chief business official role, and I know you all are aware that I have accepted another position in the County Office of Education. But I did want to say thank you, and who knows, you never know if I'll be back on this side of, on our county, working again, and if I am, hopefully I'll get to work with all of you at some point. So, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Yes, Art?
I have a question. I don't know if you can do this now, but I was wondering if you know the start date for next year's school
We
year?
are currently, we'll go through negotiations.
Right.
Currently, it's scheduled for August 10th, which is that Wednesday of that second
I
week.
suspect. Okay.
But I did just get some information from the state on calculating ADA and how much districts might lose should they start on a Wednesday as opposed to a Monday. So I'm looking at that to see if that causes any issues ADA-wise. And hopefully it doesn't, because I think that's been kind of the standard. The one issue I'm running into is the 180-day issue. Under the current setup, the way the districts basically operate is we have the normal holidays that everybody else has, the 2 weeks of the winter break, the week of Thanksgiving, and the week of the spring. You have the President's Days. Some districts do a 4-day weekend, some do 2 3s. We currently operate with the 2 3s. You have the September day off and the November day off. And then we have the end of the quarters we have off. The problem is, and I'm not, you guys got to talk to me about elementary and middle school stuff. High schools run 180 days. So when we graduate on Friday, our last day is Friday. That makes 180 days. With you guys going out on Thursday, that makes 179. So I'm going to have to come to the table to resolve that issue should it be an issue. I'm assuming you will be. And I'm assuming you have to operate 180 days.
You do 180 days.
Because we go to school on that Monday, that Friday before Memorial Day, right?
Yeah, Memorial Day is not affected because we are all done with school before Memorial Day.
Yeah. The high school
This year we
does.
are? Okay.
The high school does go on that day, but the elementary school is a work day for us.
Yeah. It's a work day, but it's
Right.
not a student day.
No, and we have 180 days because there's some other day that's in the, I think that you guys have off that we
So
don't.
looking at putting this on the same calendar
Right.
creates the issue of the 179, 180
Right.
issue. So I'm trying to figure out how to resolve that. So I'll bring it to the table. We'll resolve it.
Graduation day counts as a school day here at the high school.
We're all in the session. Except for students. They come to the morning school practice.
Any more public comments? Special reports. Business Manager, CBO, Sue Milhoff, Becky Jeffries.
Well, I think we were just wanting to give you guys an update on where we are in the transition. And I think everybody's aware that we Signal 2 did meet for our property and liability insurance and added us to the
JPA.
new district, to the JPA. We've been meeting every other week, or with its own meeting every other week with Escape regarding our conversion on the accounting system. And all of our account code strings are in. Payroll, there's still some stuff that we have to do behind the scenes before they actually put pull the employees from the two districts in. We have a lot of duplicate vendors. And we have duplicate vendors that unfortunately, you can't just say they're duplicate vendors, only use one, because they're duplicate vendors, but one might have a different address than the other one does. So we have some cleanup of that. What else? We have our CVS code. I don't have it memorized yet. It's 17 dash. But we have it. So what we're going to do is prepare a letter, just like a form letter, to send to all of our grantors, all the different departments, all the different grants that we get, saying, here we are, this is the two that we used to be, this is who we are now. Let us know if there's anything else we need to let you know for the 16-17 year. And then after we send the letters, I'm planning to call them each, probably like about 2 weeks after that, just to say, hey, did you get our letter? Do you have any questions? What do we need to do? I think we talked last time about the vendor letter. Yeah, we're going to send out a vendor letter, just basically informing them. We'll send it out when we pay a bill. We'll just send a copy of the letter with the check so that they'll get that. And we've received PERB notices, Public Employees Relations Board notices for both the CSEA group and the CTA group. So the union stuff is getting done. Anything else?
Covers it.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
Just real quickly, really updating the audience. I did discuss the ad hoc committees with the board in closed session. Currently, we were operating on a handful of ad hoc committees, but the organization that we contracted with asked us to add 3 more. So right now we have 7 ad hoc committees, okay? And ad hoc out. So we have an organizational structure committee, we have a policy and procedure committee, business services, community outreach, curriculum and instruction, student programs, and facilities maintenance and operations. I will be sending out an email updating the entire districts and what's happened within the committees and where we are, how we're moving forward. At the next unified board meeting, the board will vote on the organizational structure of the district, which is in essence your administrative group and your directors of certain particular programs, things like technology and special ed and those types of things. Within the ad hoc committees, we have a couple of board members, usually about one to 2 representatives on most of the committees. We do have membership from both the elementary and high school district on some of them. So we'll be just basically telling you what we've done with them. Update to the board on the Small School Districts Association, the conference in March. So if you want to go to the Thursday event in Sacramento, please let me know because we need to get that taken care of. We do have our web address. Our web address is ulusd.org. So if you go to that, you're going to get a little thing that says it's not ready yet. So the web page of the district is in the process of being done. That's going to take a little bit undergoing with Ron Losser and Dina and BitSculptor, who oversees the district website. From there, there'll be a district website and then 3 school websites that break out from there. We also have hasn't all been turned on yet, so it's all tiny. Our email addresses will be our first initial of our first name, our last name at ulusd.org. So we're in the process of getting all of that taken care of, just so you're aware of that. getting taken back a little bit by state CTA regarding all the hoops we've had to jump through. We didn't have to jump through half of them, but we jumped through them because CTA didn't know what else to do with some of this stuff. Unifications aren't something that are done a lot, so kind of people are trying to figure out. So I know Shar, you're here, and I was going to talk with Gary tomorrow about, and even George, when we can get negotiations started. Because the sooner I think we can get through that and lay everything to rest, the better off everybody will be moving forward. It's kind of a trying to make sure we're dealing with the budget as well, that we're not completely 100% aware of what everything is yet. So we'll get through it. CSEA, we did start a chapter here, so they're in the process now of hopefully getting together so they can come to the table as well. So you have quite a bit going on behind the scenes with some of this stuff, and really trying to move forward and figure it all out as we go, because it's just as new to us as well. And I know sometimes people don't feel like maybe they're not being communicated to. I wish I knew what I could communicate to them about. Some of that's difficult because I'm learning some of these things. There's a lot of surprises. We got a couple surprises today that I shared with the board. I won't bother you too much with them, but just with the State Department of Architects. There's buildings, for example, that haven't been closed out since 1990. That no one knew about it. The state is trying to get caught up. It's only taken them 26 years to let people know. So we're dealing with that, and it's not going to be a cost to anything. It just takes up a lot of time to do things so we can get other things done. So there's a lot going on with all of that. It's been a lot of fun. I think Valerie and I spent more time talking to Valerie than I could on my wife. So it's pretty amazing. It's been a journey. The board has been very patient as we move forward on some of this stuff. The teachers unions have been working hard, so we'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And we'll try to get questions answered as soon as we can. We did fly the elementary school principalship. It closes March 4th. Currently, we have, I think, at least 4 people that have applied. It's on EdJoin. It's also in the Lakeland News. Thank you, Elizabeth. So there's interest out there, so that's always a good thing.
Local people or not?
There's one person from Michigan. I think the other 3 are local. I think a person out of Middletown, a person out of Kelseyville, and the other one out of Cobb. So 3 of the 4 are local. And we anticipate more. I've had some calls. Actually had a meeting with the person that was interested and asked me, some questions about the district, and answered them the best I could. And said, you have to apply online and everything's there. So I've asked, I'd like to have a committee of the 2 teachers, one classified, one parent, and myself. So I've kind of thrown that over to the elementary district. Because my preference would be to have 2 elementary teachers, 1 elementary classified, and 1 elementary parent. So as soon as I get that committee, I can meet with the committee and we can draft the questions, make sure the board's aware of those questions. So if they have any other questions they would like to ask, we're more than happy to do that. My hope is after March 4th, we can find some time during that next week to go ahead and have the interviews. If not, it would have to be the week after, because then we start getting into late March, which is spring break. And the next thing you know, you're in April. So my hope is to try to get it done within those first 2 weeks of March. If not, we'll probably make it through.
I'm sorry, I don't even want to make anybody uncomfortable. Is it appropriate or advisable to have Valerie on that committee as well?
We've got a good team of people.
Okay.
I
was just wondering.
I'm happy. I think that it depends on what the team wants. I'm happy to do it.
Well, just as an outside.
Yeah, I'm happy to do the job. It'd be nice
Consent agenda.
I'll second.
Don. Any discussion on that? No. All in favor? Aye. Approval, disapproval of memorandum of understanding relating to responsibility for business manager.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Any discussion on that one? All in favor? Aye. Resolution 21601, approval, disapproval of authorization to sign on behalf of the governing board, Dina McCray. All in favor? Aye. Resolution 21602, approval, disapproval of authorization to sign on behalf of the governing board, Sue Milhoff. All in favor? Aye. Board member comments. I have a quick comment that I already said. I'm hoping we're moving ahead by April, and maybe we can get by with just the first meeting in April, and possibly, I don't mean that we should vote on it or anything, I'm just throwing it out there as a possibility. Maybe have one meeting in April and possibly one meeting in May, if we could get our business done by then. So I'm not trying to cancel any meetings right now, just putting it in your mind, as a possibility.
I know this is jumping ahead, but I'm proposed that we can stay on Tuesdays.
Yeah, I agree.
When you get down to future business.
Yes.
The second item in there is a discussion on that, so, you can make a decision on when you want to go to one meeting, and what day of the week you'd like to do that.
Yeah, I think at this time, maybe just not make a decision tonight. See how we're doing in March, see how the business goes. Any other board member comment?
I would like to say I've been listening to how much work is going on, and I appreciate everybody who I know working their fanny off, and Becky, I know is helping, Valerie, and all the teachers. Everybody's doing so much work, and it is a lot of work to do this, and every time we get together, thankfully, I know it's every 2 weeks now, but it keeps us fresh on what's going on, and a lot of work is happening, so I just want to say thank you very much.
I too, agree that it's a huge undertaking. Pat and Valerie have worked very well together, and bringing the information back to the board is what we should do.
People are staying very open-minded. I think it's been really nice that everybody's looking at this as a brand new opportunity, and it's been kind of cool that way too, to look at how we can start fresh and do things new if we need to, and it's a good opportunity, so.
Okay, future business? Discussion or? Oh, I'll read this. The next regular meeting of the Upperlake Unified School District Board of Education will be held Tuesday, March 8th. Same place, same time as this one. 4 p.m. closed session, 5 p.m. open session.
Just a question with the board, is 4 and 5 working okay for everybody?
Well, I gotta admit, I asked for the early meeting, knowing that I'm starting a different, or could be doing something different in a month or so, or less. Today it was kind of, I had to take off work early, but you can't, I'm gonna have to do it with the bad, so. Today was early. But no, it's fine, I'll try to do my best.
That's what's nice about having forums.
Yeah.
And sometimes that happens, board members just have to understand are very aware that sometimes they have to miss them.
I just don't, I don't like missing. So I just don't like missing. And so,
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, but I'm the same place with Doc is at. 4 o'clock is a challenge for me personally. It's not, like you said, it's a forum, and we're looking at closed session items anyways. Unfortunately, we benefit from not having students who are not involved in student matters during closed session right now anyways. So, with those around you will address that differently, but it's fine.
And I guess at this time, I would ask if we consider staying on Tuesdays.
John, I'd like to do this personally.
Yeah, I'm for Tuesday.
Everybody okay to Tuesdays? And what's
Be a little hot.
except in basketball season and home games.
But you get that big stipend. No, what Sue has asked is that we keep it during that second week, it just makes it.
Well, just speak for the budgets and everything, because they're all due by the 15th of the month. LCOA's been very kind to us when we don't have it done, but I would like to have it done, because I don't want them to say, well, you were late. I want our stuff to always be on time.
Shaw comes to the association Tuesdays. Are those okay?
Yeah, I think pretty much.
So what we try to do is during meetings, we'll have a comment section for the association. They want to comment to the board. We do it with classified as well, and a number of student organizations will have that time as well. So as long as Tuesdays are okay, I guess we'll keep them on that for second Tuesday. And we'll probably want to move districts out on Wednesday.
Well, if we think it's an opportunity to do that board meeting.
Yes.
I know, that's nice.
Do some homework. It's fine.
Any other future business? Adjournment. Anybody have anything, feelings?
I'll move.
I'll second.
All in favor?